Hello everybody and welcome into my channel. My name is Stef and I'll be your yoga teacher for this class. Now today's class is all about lower back love. Now from personal experience, and I think many of us have experienced that tension in the lower back before, and that tension can come from different areas in the body. So this class today is really about ironing out the lumbar spine, especially through the QL muscle here on the side of the lower back. And everything is connected in the body, so we also want to be really aware that nothing comes but specifically often from one place. So today's class involves some lovely hip movement as well, some lovely twists, so we can really realign the whole body and iron out tension, not just coming from the lower back, but also through the rest of the body. Now, before we get started, if you like, you can bring a block or a couple of blocks to your practice for a little bit of extra support. And then we can get started. Now, if you'd like to practice with me a little bit more, you can always pop over on my website, Flowmotion.info, where you can join me for any live Zoom classes, but also you could sign up for a full monthly membership that includes all sorts of lovely recorded classes, such as hatha practices, vinyasa flows, and also your meditation, your breath practices, and yoga philosophy. You will find my website in my profile. And let's get started. We are actually going to get started standing. So if you can just come and stand at the back of your mat, just standing with the feet about hip width apart, toes pointing forward. See if you can just let your arms come either side of your body and take a big shoulder roll going back, letting those shoulders travel down your spine. And as you're coming to standing, feel free, close your eyes here, ground into your feet. Draw the energy up into length through the body with a deep breath in. And a releasing breath out. Let it go. As you're standing tall at the back of the mat, see if you can find a slight tuck in with the tailbone. So just a neutral pelvis, a slight posterior tilt here. So you can bring a little bit of awareness into your core. Starting to connect to a deeper rhythm of breath. The breath really helps us nourish the body and allows us to let go of tension where there is any. And as you're deepening the breath here, just becoming aware how you're feeling. How's the body feeling? Maybe taking a little scan through your body. And then when you feel ready, stay connected to that slow rhythm of breath. Draw your chin down to the chest. Let's take a breath in, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. On your exhale, chin to the chest. Inhale, left ear to the left shoulder. Exhale, chin to the chest. Staying here with the chin tilted down, soften your knees. And on your next exhale, start to roll the body down into a relaxed forward fold. So your ragdoll, taking a deeper bend in those knees. Feel free, hold on to opposite elbows. Take a soft sway side to side. And as you're swaying from side to side, you may already notice those gentle stretch sensations running up the posterior chain all the way into the outer edges of your lower back. Then see if you can come back through center, and I'll take your hands behind your head, tuck the chin a little further into the chest. On your next inhale, peel the body all the way back up, rising tall. At the top on your exhale, spread the elbows open, squeeze the glutes slightly as you open the chest to the sky. Take another deep breath in here. And on your exhale, tuck the chin to the chest again. Bend your knees as you roll the body down. At the bottom, see if you can hold on to opposite elbows again. Let's take a breath in, sway to the left-hand side. On your exhale, peel the body slowly up again. Feel that stretch in the outer edge of your lower back. As you come to the top, inhale, reach the elbows over the crown of the head, stretch the body long. Exhale, soften your knees, roll down on your right hand side, creating a big circle here. Once you come to the bottom, take a breath in, sway to the right. Exhale, peel the body slowly up. Inhale, elbows over the crown of the head, stretch tall. Exhale, soften your knees, roll down on your left hand side. Once you come all the way down to your mat, see if you can place your fingertips down, heel toe the feet a little bit wider, toes pointing out. Sit into your malasana squat. You can always wedge your blocks under your heels or sit up on a block if that feels more comfortable. Place your hands to heart center and just send the tailbone down to the earth, keeping the chest lifted, feeling into the hip space. And then place your fingertips down, start to wiggle a little bit from side to side, maybe lifting one heel and then the other as you shift into those hips. To get a little bit deeper into the hip space, see if you can now place the left hand to the inner left knee, open the left hip a little more, take a breath. Then shift back through center, bring the right hand to the inside of the right leg, shift. Twist a little to the sky. And then come all the way back through center, fingertips down. Take a breath in, lift those hips all the way back up. Heel toe the feet to hip width apart. Exhale, soften into those knees. Let the arms hang heavy. Inhale, peel the body slowly up through center, vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, roll the chest open. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up into the sky. Interlace your fingers. Draw the palms up to the ceiling. On your exhale, take a little side bend over to the left. Shift the right side of your hip out to the side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right, little half moon stretch. Inhale, center. Exhale, release those hands, fold over your legs. Then start to walk those hands forward so you can come down with the knees a little wider into a wide leg child's pose, walking those hands forward. Take a little shift with those hips from side to side, again creating a little bit of space for the belly between your legs. And then come to stillness here. Walking those hands over to the left, reach away with your right arm. You may be even placing the right hand on top of the left. Feeling that stretch again in the outer edge of your lower back. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Inhale, walk those hands all the way through center. And exhale over to the right hand side, reach away with your left arm. Take a couple of deep breaths here. On your inhale, come all the way back through center. On your exhale, walk those hands up so you can come to a low kneeling. Then shift your weight over to the right hip and extend your left leg out to the side. Let's bring the left hand onto the left leg. Left leg is active. Take a breath in, reach your right arm up. On your exhale, reach towards your foot. You don't have to touch the foot at all. Just stay nice and lateral in your side body as you're reaching with that top arm. Maybe gazing up to the sky. Take one more deep breath in. And on your exhale, pivot the chest down, fold over that left leg. So you can now round your spine, let the arms relax. Using your breath here. Slow and controlled inhales and exhales. Then connect your left hand onto the leg again. Take a breath in, pivot the chest forward. Right arm reaches up. And on your exhale, slide all the way up through center. Then see if you can bend your left leg back so you can come into this little mermaid seat. From here, we're going to twist over to the right-hand side. If I have space here, you might shuffle a little bit. Twist over to the right-hand side and then just start to walk those hands away. Maybe you come down to the forearms, maybe you come down to the chest. Nice deer pose twist here. All about unlocking the rotation of your spine. On your next inhale, walk those hands in again to lift the chest, and they can pivot the chest forward again. Now see if you can slowly come into a butterfly with the soles of your feet together. See if you can start to just flutter those knees up and down for a little bit of release here. Sitting up tall. Then come to stillness with those knees. Take a breath in to open the chest. Exhale, see if you can fold into those legs, reaching long through the spine as you're folding. Sending the breath all the way down into the root of the body. You can use those elbows to the inner edges of your legs and just give them a little push down to open those hips a little further. On your next breath in, lift the chest all the way up again. And then you're going to extend your right leg out to the side, sole of your left foot a little closer to the groin. Right hand on your right leg. Let's take a breath in, circle that left arm up. Exhale, reach into the side bend. Keeping the chest open, maybe gaze to the sky. One more deep breath in. And on your exhale, pivot the chest down. Let the spine, let the arms relax over that right leg. Let the head relax down. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Softening a little bit into that fold. And connect your right hand back to the leg. Take a breath in, pivot the chest forward, reach your left arm up. And on your exhale, slide all the way up through center. Then you're gonna bend your right leg in a little bit so you can come into this little mermaid seat. Twist over to your left-hand side and then start to walk your hands away. Maybe even coming down onto the forearms or the chest. On your next breath in, start to walk those hands all the way back up again. Turn the chest to the front. And then you can cross your legs here and roll forward into a tabletop. See if you can take a couple of cat-cows here, just so you can focus on the pelvic movement, on those anterior and posterior tilts. So as you inhale, send the tailbone up to the sky, arch your back. And as you exhale, start with the tailbone, tuck it under as you round your spine. One more cat-cow like that. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the head and tailbone. Exhale to round. Then come back to that neutral tabletop. Now walk your hands over to the left, maybe even slightly off your mat, and shift your hips back into a diagonal so you can get that stretch in the outstretch of your hip and outstretch of your lower back. Let's take a couple of shifts back and forth. Inhale, come forward into that diagonal. Exhale, shift back. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale, come forward again, and then walk your hands through center and over to the right hand side. Shift back into that diagonal. Take an extra breath here to pause. And then we're going to shift forward and back with the breath. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, send those hips back into that diagonal line. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, come all the way forward again. Walk those hands back through center. And on your exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. See if you can just take a moment to give those hips a little jiggle from side to side. And see if you can lift the chest and slide your right arm underneath the body, maybe laying the side of the head down on a block. See if you can slide the left knee out to the side for this little half frog position to create that open hip again. We're going to take one more breath here, and then we're going to swivel around into a twist so we can get a really nice stretch through the outer edge of the lower back again. So when you're ready, on your next breath in, peel the left arm behind you and roll, roll, roll onto your back until that left shoulder can ground down. And then you can pin the left leg in place with your right hand for your supine twist. Maybe even looking over that left shoulder. Maybe finding a big releasing breath here or two, letting go. Lovely. Now we come out the same way we came in. See if you can slowly reach your left arm all the way back. So you can come all the way back to that half frog with that shoulder stretch. Then send the left leg out behind you, unravel your right arm and switch to the other side. Feed your left arm underneath, lay the side of your head down, maybe on a block. Once you found that shoulder stretch, reach your right leg out to the side, find that open hip. From here, we're going to take that roly-poly again into our twist. See if you can inhale, reach your right arm back. Roll, roll, roll onto your back until the right shoulder can find the earth. Might take a little shimmy through the shoulders. And then you can pin the right leg into place with your left hand for your supine twist. Maybe gazing over that right shoulder here. Taking a few deep breaths. Maybe that big releasing breath again to help the body soften a little more. And then when you're ready, slowly rolling all the way back again. Right arm reaches back to the side. Once you come back, draw the right leg out long behind you. Unravel your left arm and place your hands under your shoulders. Push the ground away. See if you can shift back again into that wide leg child's pose. Sending those hips back to your heels, reaching arms forward to create that length through your spine. Feel free, shift again from side to side with those hips. And then walk those hands all the way up. See if you can come into a low kneeling position with the knees slightly wider. Placing your hands onto your hips. Let's take a few pelvic tilts here again. Take a breath in, stick the bottom out, find that anterior tilt. Exhale, hug the lower back in, round. Inhale again, sending the tailbone out back. Exhale. exhale round. One more time. And then you can come all the way back, maybe bringing those knees a little bit closer if you like, or sitting in any way that feels comfortable for your body. Take a moment to bring the hands together at heart center. Lower your forehead to your fingers. Just take a moment here to appreciate your body for all of the work it does, not just on your mat, but also off your mat in daily life. Reminding us here to be kind to ourselves, kind to our bodies, kind to our minds. And I'm thanking you all so much for sharing this little practice with me. See you next time. Bye-bye.